Tribe, this is Jax here at Nomadic Wonders and Temple Health. Today we are out here at the Nomadic Wonders property, and today I wanted to teach you about black cohosh, some of the uses, identifications, and even some of the folklore. Is that how you say that? I don't know, but that's okay. But there are some ancient stories that I actually was reading about in these areas in the foothills of North Carolina, locally, that some of the ancient in the 1900s used to use black cohosh for certain things. I'll give you one of those. But if you come over here I'm surrounded by black cohosh. Black cohosh typically will grow near shady areas, near water. In front of me, there's a creek. And let's go over the identifications before I go over the benefits. So typically what I've seen is that it will grow in a 3-prong type of deal here. So you see there's 1 branch, 2 branch, 3 branch. There's the 3 prongs. And then the leaves are kind of jagged. So they kind of look like teeth. You see that? And typically it has 3 leaves on the top and then 2. And then every little branch has 3 and 2. So that's a way to identify it. Now we're not going to use the top of the leaves. I'm sure you can, but we're going for the alkaloids found in the roots. Typically you don't want to harvest. Here, I'm going to get down real quick so you can see. Typically you want to harvest her in the fall. So kind of September, October-ish, or when the leaves have kind of died back. This is when all the medicinal properties are going to go right into the roots, and it's going to be more potent. I will probably show you one in a second here, so you can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, so this is black cohosh. So what is black cohosh good for? Now I have the last book of herbal remedies right here. And yeah, I already knew a lot about her because I am doing a hormone reset program. And one of the herbs that I had mentioned in my reset program is black cohosh. Why do I mention that? Well, it's really good for hormones, hormone balance, and good for PMS, good for a lot of hormonal issues in women. So I'm going to give you a little readout here from this book. The scientific name is Actia racemosa. I hope I said that right. It's a very valuable herb for menopause and other uses. It balances hormones, which helps with conditions without curing them. Black cohosh is in the buttercup family. Black cohosh is native to eastern North America. It grows wild in small woodland openings. So we went over the identification, and it is a perennial. It has large compound leaves that grow from rhizome. So the rhizome is the root. The flowers have no petals or sepals. Distinguishing feature is the sweet, putrid smell of the flowers that attract flies, gnats, and beetles. Now these are not flowering, obviously, but eventually they will. So medicinally, cohosh, black cohosh root is used for menstrual problems and menopause. And it's also a good sedative. So here's some other uses according to this book. It improves ovulation. So if you are a lady that is not ovulating for whatever reason, or you're trying to get pregnant, perhaps this is something that you might want to research and look into. PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that is really an issue with a lot of young ladies. So might be something that you might want to bring in and research a little bit more and see if that could become an ally for you. Obviously, we talked about balancing hormones in women. It helps with hot flashes, night sweats, headaches, heart palpitation, mental fog, and any menstrual problems, painful intercourse if you're into that. And because it balances the hormones, it is really good for osteoporosis. So it reduces bone loss caused by osteoporosis in women. So after menopause, your estrogen levels go down and your chances of osteoporosis goes up. So what black cohosh could do is balance those hormones and reduce the risk of osteoporosis. It's because it's a sedative. It also helps with anxiety, and it's a calming herb. And I guess it's also used for digestive problem in small quantities. Now, you need to be aware that if you're pregnant or nursing, you should probably not use black cohosh. Let's see, what else can I tell you about this black beautiful plant? People that are allergic to aspirin, according to this book, it says that you should not use black cohosh. Or if you have seizures or have high risk of blood clots or stroke, you should probably stay away from black cohosh or any kind of liver problems because it is high in alkaloids. So that's pretty much it as far as the uses. Now, the folklore that I read, a lot of the people around here were suffering with some face paralysis type of issues. Now, that could be many different root causes. We're not going to go over that right now, but they used to use black cohosh to help relieve some of the facial paralysis, and apparently it worked. So I'm not saying go and use it if you have, facial paralysis, but hey, just a little tip there. Now, let me go ahead and see if I can harvest one of these for you. And I want one that's not so... Here's one that's almost dried. We'll harvest her because she's kind of on her way out. Now, this is going to be kind of hard. See if I can... Oh, nope. See, I pulled her out and the root is still in the ground. So you're going to need some kind of tool. I may not be able to pull her out. I mean, you probably should bring a tool if you're going to harvest her, like a shovel or something. But you really want to get in there and get the rhizome out. All right, so bring a shovel with you. I will insert a picture for you in this video if I do happen to harvest one correctly. All right, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you get out there and identify some of these wonderful medicinal herbs that are growing wild everywhere. So just get to know them and see if they're an ally for you. All right, thank you so much. Shalom.